Hello, everyone. How are you? How are you, Kat?
I'm doing good. How are you, Steve?
I'm good, thanks. And hello, Red Capes, Lana, Kiki. Thanks for joining. Okay, let me just make sure I've got everything going here. Um, Comments. All right, perfect. I am ready. Okay,
Sweet.
welcome,
No technical
everyone.
issues this time. Woohoo!
Imagine that. And we're in retrograde. Don't knock it.
Oh, geez. Knock wood. Shoot.
All right. I'm going to start with my disclaimer quickly so we can get the show on the road. Hey, Haley, thanks for joining.
Hey,
Okay,
Haley.
so Kat and myself, we do tarot obviously for arts and entertainment purposes only, and I have to put that in quotes. Um, we typically do not answer questions regarding financial, medical, or legal advice because there are experts in those fields.
Indeed.
All right, I'm going to turn it over to Kat now. She's going to give you the July recap.
Yeah, so for those of you that were with us in July, we're just going to do, and even if you weren't, just kind of interesting to see if any of this applies to you. We pull cards for the collective, and if you are called to tune in or watch the recording later, then it means that there's a message for you as well. So July was an interesting month. We did a spread with I think 5 cards, and they each meant something different. We're doing something a little bit different today. Steve will explain that in a minute, but we started out with the vibe of the month for July. Steve pulled the Chariot. I pulled the Moon in reverse. So positive, rapid progress being made this month could derail and turn into confusion, self-doubt, and risk. Invisible forces govern the moon's tide and could wreak havoc to your path. So there was an initial warning of things may be going along smoothly, but pay attention for that moon in reverse because it always throws a wrench in the works. Then we had the theme of the month, which was the devil. Steve pulled, and I pulled the Two of Cups. So the devil represents a struggle with spirituality, sort of being pulled into the material world towards addiction, self gratification, things like that. And the Two of Cups reminds us to leverage the support of a trusted friend to help you rise above that temptation and get back on track. So that was going to be the theme for some of you, whereas the vibe was, things could go off the rails any minute. And then the cosmic tip, Steve pulled the Six of Cups. I pulled the Lovers in reverse. So again, that Lovers in reverse card talks about ethics and moral choices and duality. And the Six of Cups talks about using positive memories and lessons from your childhood or the past to resist the temptation to maybe compromise on your ethics or moral choices this month. So interesting to follow the devil and the Two of Cups there. Sort of it's like repeating itself in a different way. And then the action to take, Steve pulled Ace of Wands and I pulled the Six of Cups, but in reverse. And so the time was obviously right to begin a new project or a career move, but you will need to resolve those unfinished things from your past or childhood traumas to ensure you're successful in whatever this venture was. What required your attention for July? Steve pulled the Wheel of Fortune and I pulled the King of Swords. So Wheel of Fortune is like the mandala of the tarot. It signals important turning points in your life that should be heeded. And we see those with serendipities and synchronicities and those types of things. The King of Swords is a masterful communicator, but sometimes he can overthink and apply too much logic to situations that maybe call for some open-mindedness. So I think it was a bit of a reminder to try to follow what you feel your fate or your path is ahead of you. And then finally, the prediction. Steve pulled the Two of Pentacles and I pulled the Three of Wands. So it seems the cards are saying that if the collective follows the advice that the cards gave for July, that they'll have success in balancing everything that's thrown at them that month, and that the efforts will actually bear fruit and bring them closer to their ambitions. So it'd be interesting to know for any of you that were on the July session, does that resonate with you? What was your July like? We'd love to hear you. Put it in the comments and let us know.
Yeah. Okay. Jess, welcome. Welcome, Mystic Road. Welcome, Duckling. So the way tonight's going to work, we're going to do, both Kat and I are going to pull one card for each week for the month of August. And then we're going to do the live tarot reading. So yes, stay tuned because we will get there. And I guess we'll start.
All right. So what are we doing that's a little different this time, Steve, from last time?
Yeah, last time we were following a specific tarot spread.
Mm-hmm.
And I think going forward, just to make things simpler and quicker so we can get to the audience member readings, we're just going to pull one card for each week going forward for the month. So August, it's coming.
So we're pulling 4 cards. We're going to start with the first week of August. Now, August starts on a Friday. So the Friday and the Saturday, we'll lump that into that first week. So it's this first week's reading will apply from the 1st, I think, to the 10th, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to pull one. Let me put them here to the side so everyone can see. 1, 2, 3,
All right.
and 4. All right. Okay, so everyone can see our cards. I'm going to flip the first one. Kat, you can flip the first one. You already have.
I already have.
I've got the 8 of Pentacles.
And I have the 4 of Swords in reverse. So that's kind of interesting.
I understand the meaning of this completely. So the 8 of Pentacles, everyone, that's all about working really, really, really hard, and you've mastered what you do for work. So keep that in mind, and then we'll get Kat's card. What's the meaning of your card, Kat?
So upright, the 4 of Swords talks about respite, taking some time out for yourself, much needed rest. When it's in reverse, it speaks to maybe a reluctance to get back out there. Maybe you're feeling overworked and you're just looking at how it's aspected with Steve's card. Maybe it's maybe you've worked a bit too hard and you've gotten yourself to the point where you can't get back on track with this again, just looking at the imagery of this card in reverse. You've got all these swords, and see how upright, he's relaxed. He's sort of in his repose. He's got his swords are hung up and they're not being used. But when they're in reverse, the imagery is different. Now he's facing, the tips are pointing upward, and it's like there's a negative connotation to this relaxing situation. It feels a little unsettling. What are your thoughts, Steve?
Yeah, my thoughts, because we're pulling this for August, the way I feel right now is that yours is basically saying no rest, and mine is saying hard work. So, you're mastering your job. So it's telling me that I think for the month of August, people are going to be working really, really, really hard. Okay, no time to rest to be able to master their job or master what they're actually doing in life. So I think that's what's going on so far for August.
And any rest you do get is not gonna, it's like, how you can, you can't sleep. Like you're trying to get rest, but it's not. Yeah, it's going to be a very restless month. I get the sense there'll be, because there's lots to do, as your card seems to depict, and it's keeping you from getting that rest that you need. Interesting.
So that's week 1, and I can tell you right now, my week 1 at work this week is
shaping up to be that way.
A doozy. Yeah.
Oh Lord. All right.
Okay. Second card.
Oh boy. Week 2. What have you got?
Page of Pentacles.
Page of Pentacles. Okay.
So the Page of Pentacles, it's all about balance. It's about grounded. And they're messengers, and usually they're messengers about a new opportunity for work and career. Sometimes it's also an idea when it comes to work and career. And it's that the pages are that immature energy. So it's like you get your new job and you're really trying to impress people, and you come up with those ideas that sound good to you, but in the whole stem of things, basically for the organization, it doesn't work. Right? Because you don't know, this is something new. So you don't really know the ins and outs just yet.
Yeah. And then I've got the 9 of Cups in reverse. Again, cups in reverse, contents are spilling out. So there's less upright. This card means you've got a lot. You're sort of in your happy place. You're surrounded by all of your hard work bearing fruit. Your sort of wishes have come true. But when it's in reverse, it's things aren't working out so well for the second
Yeah,
week of
it's not
August.
it's not the happiest
Yeah.
because usually the Nine of Cups upright is
Hmm.
super joy, super happiness,
Yeah.
right? And it's
Yeah.
usually about being single and happy.
Yeah.
Now, in the reverse, to me, it's showing unhappiness, really. I
Yeah.
just kind of taking the play on the upside down. And if I do that with the Page of Pentacles, I feel like, I'm going to go back to that work and the career thing because it seems to be right now, my month, at least anyway, seems to be work related.
Hmm.
And I feel like, you know what, hold back on those ideas for the work because if you spit them out too quickly, there might be some unhappiness that comes around. So just hold
This
off.
emptiness, the Nine of Cups is just it's a feeling of emptiness.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
opposite of fulfillment, wish fulfillment.
Yeah. It's like you
So
suggesting these ideas might be a little bit, somebody might consider you as foolish and not know the business. So
mhm.
hold off.
Yeah,
Okay.
week 2 is going to be a challenge by the looks
Yeah.
of it.
Week 3.
Everything's in reverse for me.
I've got
Lord.
the Two of Swords.
Okay, so that's a decision to be made, and I've got the Knight of Cups in reverse. So this is an individual who follows his heart. He wears his heart on his sleeve. When he's in reverse, he can be a bit toxic, a little bit too emotional, and not in control of his emotions. So it looks like there might be like Steve, your card seems to indicate week 3. There's a decision to be made, and maybe there's some of you might not be in the right mindset to make that decision. You might have to struggle with your inner turmoil and emotions. Something to look out for.
Yeah, you know what? I have to say this is quite interesting because I agree with you, and I'm going to take it a step further.
Yeah.
The Knight of Cups in reverse to me is usually in the upright position. To me, the Knight of Cups means Prince Charming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but in the reverse, it's still Prince Charming, but not what you think. It's like that toad, right?
Mm-hmm.
You kissing the toad, and then you've got the Two of Swords. So you can see she's blindfolded here, so she can't rely on logic. She can't rely on facts. She has to rely on her intuition and her heart. So what it's saying for week 3, guys, I think there's something to do with your emotions that's going to pop up, and you're really going to have to sit there and trust your intuition on this one to make a decision.
You pulled 2
Okay.
pentacles so far. I pulled 2 cups.
Yeah.
So yeah, finances, property, and emotions are definitely the theme.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to say hi to Mariana. Yeah, Mariana, we'll get to you just shortly. All right, card 4.
Final week. Oy.
I
Okay.
like this one.
What'd you
I've
get?
got the World.
I got the Ten of Swords in reverse, which is better than the Ten of Swords upright.
Yeah.
So for some of you, the end of the month is going to be the end of a cycle. I like that the world is showing up for the last week of August. I like that. That's very apropos, actually.
Yeah.
And it seems as though, whatever trials and tribulations August had for you, and it looks like it is going to have some, it's not going to be that bad. You're going to bounce back from this a lot quicker. If this was upright, I'd be more concerned, but it's in reverse. It's a bit weakened. It weakens the energy of all these swords. So I think, yeah, you're going to.
Yeah. What I think, Kat, with your card in reverse is kind of telling me, what, people are going to be dodging a bullet.
Yeah,
I think.
Could be.
Right. And then by dodging that bullet, you're going to close out a chapter and start something new for September. So I really like the way August is ending. It's ending on a positive note. So
and it's ending
again,
with ending cards. Like tens are endings.
Yeah.
Depending on the suit, that determines the ending. But your World and my Ten of Swords, it's very, very appropriate. Interesting. Okay.
So everyone keep an eye on what we're talking about. And see. I'll try to post this video on Instagram, so at least the month of August reading, and I'll make the live readings a separate post.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
do.
All right.
Good call.
So we'll get to the live readings. I see Duckling. Can't tell if it's a she or he, but Duckling would like a reading.
So anyone who likes a reading we haven't read for before, please put your gender, your age, and your astrological sign in in the comment, because I use a signifier card that helps me tie the reading to you better. So
So as an example, male or female, if you're under or over 30,
yeah,
and your astrological sign.
we don't need
Okay.
your exact age. 30 is the cutoff. So I just need to know if you're over or under 30. Yes.
So here we go. The first one's on the screen, Duckling.
Duckling,
23 male Leo. Perfect.
So he is a page of wands. And we're doing a general read for Duckling?
Yep.
Okay. Welcome, Duckling. Thank you for joining us. Would love to know how you heard about us.
Yeah, I've got so far 3 that are reading on YouTube and 2 so far on IG. So we'll get to you.
Nice.
Bear with us. All right.
Page of Wands. Here it is.
All right. So Duckling, what I've got, you've got the Ace of Wands so far, and the Ace of Wands is really all about starting something new, and it's almost like a new project, and it's got a lot of passion, a lot of fire, something that you're really, really interested in, almost like a hobby of some sort. You're taking up something new. And what did you get, Kat?
Strength.
Ooh, I like that.
Yes, I do too. It's a very nice read.
Yeah, so Duckling basically, well, you go ahead and say what strength is all about.
So strength is a major arcana. Duckling, I'm going to assume you aren't a tarot reader, but if you know this already, just let us know. Strength is a card about mastering yourself, overcoming yourself. So anytime a major arcana is pulled, it talks about something that's important to your soul journey. So the strength card indicates that. So I guess whatever this project is, sorry, what was it? The Ace of Wands?
Of Wands.
Of Wands. So whatever this project is that you're about to start, maybe you know what it is, maybe you don't. It's going to test you. It's going to test your mettle. And it's going to give you an opportunity to use your strengths to overcome your weaknesses. And it may mean that you're outside your comfort zone, but this major arcana card tells me that it's because you need this lesson. You need to be outside your comfort zone, because that's where true growth happens. If you stay comfortable all the time, you are never going to learn anything. You're never going to grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Duckling, it sounds like, wow, it's going to, take a lot of energy out of you, and it just might. But it's something that you're going to really, really enjoy. So it's kind of like that hard work is going to pay off. So here we go. So Duckling is saying, first I put it on the screen. I was scrolling on YouTube and haven't seen a dual reading so far. Loving you guys. Thank you. And here is the comment. Incredibly accurate. I'm going into my first year of teaching. Amazing.
Love that. Oh, amazing. Yeah, no, there aren't too many people that do dual readings. We're a little bit nichey that way, but that's so great. Excellent. Well, we're so glad you stumbled on us, Duckling. We hope that you'll stick around.
Yeah, we do this usually at the end of every month or the beginning of the month, but I'll post it and you'll see it.
Make sure you're following us and you won't miss out. But good luck with that new gig. That sounds great. Teachers are wonderful people, so best of luck to you.
Yeah, and then I'm just going to go to Instagram, grab someone. Who was it? Haley. We have your info.
I'm just going to write Duckling down so I don't have to ask him again. Page of Wands. In case when we see him again. All right, so Haley, and this is just a general read we're doing for you, Haley. Shoot.
Yeah.
My God, I'm all thumbs with the cards.
Yeah. General about work. Perfect. Okay.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, so Haley is my Queen of Swords. I'm sorry, I just dropped the cards all over the place, so I'm a little bit behind shuffling here. General question about work. What do the cards have to tell Haley about work?
Hmm. Haley, I don't like this card for you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You know what they say when you get a reading, you get the reading you need, not the reading you want.
Yeah.
So
So I will
try
start
not
off.
to, yeah.
I've got the Tower. So Haley, I'm
Okay.
not sure what's going on with your work right now, but then again, Cat's card can accent this and the meaning might change a little bit.
What is going
But
on?
the Tower really is all about everything falling apart, basically. So,
Mm.
everything's going to be shaken up. And yeah, you have
Mm.
to hang in there and it's going to happen quick. So the Tower is something very quick. Okay.
So
What did you pull, Cat?
we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. It looks like my camera froze. Can you
No, I
still
can
hear
see
me?
it.
Can you see it?
Yep.
Okay. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So upright, the Queen is a master manifester. She can make things out of thin air. She's great with ambiguity. She's great at shoring up her resources. But when she's in reverse, she's not. She hasn't really got. I think it's a warning that you need to financially. Maybe you haven't done enough to set yourself up financially. Maybe you've taken some risks somewhere where you should have
Oh,
been saving.
see, it's interesting. I interpret this so different.
Yeah. How do you read it?
I think that Queen could be her boss, and that Queen in because it's Pentacles, right? So it
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
relating to work.
Could be.
So
Yeah.
Haley, I don't know if your boss is a little bit on the mean side, but when the Queen of Pentacles is in reverse, you're looking at somebody who could be very cheap, frugal, very demanding at work, but
It
in a
also it also
condescending way.
could be an earth sign, like it because it's pentacles. I'm not sure if there's somebody at work that's an earth sign that is maybe in a role, in a position to make things difficult for you. So yeah,
Yeah,
when you pull court cards, there's two meanings. There's a figurative meaning and a literal meaning. Sometimes they can represent a person. Sometimes they can just represent an aspect of yourself or of a situation. So one of those two may apply. So like Steve says, keep an eye out for somebody at work who's maybe an earth sign and is not your friend, somebody who's at risk of maybe creating a tower situation for you,
yeah, yeah, that's
or it could be
exactly it.
financial. So whatever's resonating with you more, Haley, I would gravitate to that.
So
But yeah,
she's saying her boss is an earth sign. And yeah, so it's a combination of what we said, Kat. And I would be very careful, Haley, on your boss, at least this week. I would say, like, don't piss your boss off, is what I would
yeah,
say. Okay.
yeah. Try not, and Haley, you're not the type to do that. That would be more something
No.
I would do because I have a big mouth. But um, yes, just try to give her a wide berth. Something might be brewing that could go awry. Good luck with
Yeah.
that. Let us know how it goes.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Okay, the next one is Mariana from YouTube, female, 45, Aquarius.
Mariana. I'm just going to write that down, Mariana, because if you come back, I don't want to have to ask you again.
And then after
Female
Mariana, we
45.
will come to Jess.
So Queen of Swords, Mariana, that is you.
You're welcome, Haley.
Good luck, Haley. Let us know how that goes. So general read for Mariana.
Just trying to see the comments and see if there's anything. Yeah, looks like general. Yeah, perfect. All right, Mariana.
Here we go. Okay.
Okay.
She's not in that pile.
Welcome, love Cocoa Bear. All right. So I'll start while Kat's pulling the card. I've got the 9 of Wands, Mariana. So that's telling me that you're guarded. Okay. It's telling me that you're very protective of something. You're holding something near and dear to you. It could be your family, it could be your possessions. Let's see what Kat's card comes up with, because that'll give us more information. So
Sorry,
it's basically saying you have a wall. That's what it's saying.
I have to do
Okay.
a reshuffle because she was at the bottom of the pile with no cards
Okay.
behind her. Interesting. What does that mean? So the 9, that's your wall. That's the wall of swords, or the wall of
Wands. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. And my first pull was a please reshuffle and try again. Okay, cards.
So she's saying
Message
so far,
received.
she's saying so far, yes, I'm divorced 2 years ago. So that makes sense so far.
Ooh.
Let's see what Kat's
Check
card.
this out. Check this out. I've got the Hermit.
Ooh. Okay,
See
so
that?
you go ahead, describe the Hermit.
Sorry, I lost my earbud. Did you say something? I didn't.
Oh, I said, yeah. Describe the Hermit for Mariana.
Okay, so depending on your situation, can mean different things. Typically, the Hermit talks about being a recluse, being reclusive, going within. It might mean you need to take some time to explore things, explore yourself, get to know your shadow, get to know your ego, and sort of what triggers you and why do you show up in the world the way that you do. It's time for some inner reflection. I don't know if you have, or it could also mean finding a mentor or somebody to help you with that, sort of talking through with, if you have a spiritual group of people that can support you. But there's a need for you to do some inner exploration right now, and it's a major arcana, which means that there's other cards in the minor arcana that also talk about inner exploration, but when it's a major arcana, it's important. It's something that you need to do for your soul journey. So maybe this is a time of protecting yourself, like Steve's card seems to indicate. It's time for you to maybe protect yourself, protect your have boundaries, set up boundaries, and spend some time really going within. I think it's something that you've been putting off, and it's something that you really need to focus on. Now is the time. Steve, what are your thoughts?
Oh, I'm going to echo that 100%. Marianne, I feel like you're in a point right now. You're kind of recluse from society, recluse from, dating, recluse from that kind of thing, because you're still dealing and processing the things that have happened to you. And that's why you're in hermit mode. And that's why you're guarded, right? So take this time out to reflect on who you are and how you feel about things. And there's nothing wrong with being protective and setting up that wall. Okay. And then remember, with the hermit usually holds a lantern, right? So when you're ready to come out of the shadows, okay, you can only see 2 or 3 steps in front of you. So that's telling you, come out slowly. Don't come out like with fire. Just come out slowly so you can see a couple of steps in front of you. Okay. Yeah. I hope that resonates with you, Mariana.
Good luck.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Then we have, you're welcome, Mariana. She says thank you.
You're welcome.
Then we have, did we do it for Jess? No,
Nope.
we didn't. Jess. Female 32 Pisces on Instagram.
Yeah, I don't think I have Jess. Let me just add her. Female 32 Pisces. So she's the Queen of Cups. General read for Jess?
Yep.
What advice do we have for Jess? Oh, popped right up. Love it.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you go first.
We have the Three of Cups in reverse. So upright, it's great. It means there's celebration. There's a lot to be sort of getting together with people. And the depiction of this card means that there's good times ahead and things to
Yeah.
celebrate.
Yeah, and it's usually in reference to friends. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
and that's the upright, but in
Yeah.
the reverse, Kat, what's the meaning of
Yeah.
it in reverse?
Just the people that are close to you right now, they may not have your best interests. They may not have your back as much as you would like to think.
Yeah.
But let's see what Steve's card is, because that could add some color to it.
I've got the Four of Pentacles. So Jess, that's telling me that, you know what, you need to be a little bit more frugal with your time, your energy, your money.
Mm-hmm.
So basically from Kat's card in the reverse, it seems like possibly your friends or people close to you, okay, are they're draining you of that time and that
Yeah.
energy and the money. So does that make sense? Like it's like you're being overwhelmed,
Mm-hmm.
not taken advantage of, but it's just you're out there because you seem to be like a giver, and so people are just taking this energy
Yes.
and all this kind of stuff, right?
Yeah. Taking advantage of your generosity.
Yeah. So the lesson here is basically take a step back, you know, set some
Mm-hmm.
boundaries so you can recoup.
Mm-hmm.
And she's saying, yes, that makes total sense.
Yeah. Yeah. That
All right.
four is about, the Four of Pentacles is about sort of holding your resources close to you. And with it being the Three of Cups, it really does depend on what the other cards are, which is why
Yeah.
another reason why we like to each pull a card, because one card read alone doesn't always give you the full picture. So
Yeah.
hope that helps, Jess.
Okay, next one we have is Mystic Road, female, 55, Sagittarius.
We've got a bunch of new people today.
Yes,
Mystic
I'm loving
Road.
it.
Female 5 Sagittarius.
Ooh, that just came
What was the age?
55.
So that's Queen of Wands.
This came flying out, like flying out for Mystic.
Oh, is that the Eight of Wands?
It is.
Look at that. A lot of stuff going on right now for Mystic.
Yeah.
This is a general read we're doing, right?
Yep. Oh,
Wow.
sorry. No, it's a love reading. Hang on.
Ooh, love reading. Okay, well, you got a love life that's worth. How would you put that into words, Steve?
Well,
what I get.
So, the Eight of Wands generally signifies very quick, a lot of moving action.
Mm-hmm.
It could also mean travel, and it can also mean messages that come through in a very, very quick way, like emails, text messages, phone calls. So not snail mail. Okay, but let's see what card Kat pulls.
Yeah, it's nice to get the Eight of Wands when you're in the middle of work and you want to see progress, because that means progress is happening and things are going in the direction they're supposed to. Okay, there she is. Oh, that's the page, sorry. Queen. Oh my gosh, are we doing this again? Oh, there she is. Queen of Rods. We've got the Ace of Rods. We got the Ace of Wands. So that's this is love. So
This is, yeah, go ahead.
So the Ace of Wands talks about a good time to begin something. It's a good, typically it revolves around career and projects, but when you're asking about love in particular, it's a good omen. It means that this is a really good time for beginning a relationship. So I don't know if are you looking, are you dating, are you online, are you out there? Because if you are, if you aren't, the time is now to get out there and start, because it looks like with Steve's card supporting, as soon as you make that decision, I'm going to put myself out there, I'm going to do something. It's like the stars are going to align and make it happen for you, whatever it is that you want, whatever kind of things you want to see happen. So and this is not upright. It's very positive. What would you say, Steve?
So Mystic is single. I'm gonna say, you know what? There's a good possibility. What Kat's saying is kind of leading to that path. But I also feel like something new is about to start with you that has a lot of passion, and it's quick. So wands are they're an element of fire. So just be careful that whatever starts new doesn't fizzle out just as quick, right? But I also feel like this, you're going to get some kind of a message or some kind of a sign that this is going to happen soon. So that's what I feel.
So you know how when you're applying for a job and you get, somebody calls you, and then there's an interview, and it happens really, really quick. That's because it's meant to be. And you sort of have to take these things as a universe saying, yes, you're on the right path, because everything seems to be falling into place. So it looks like there's an opportunity. This could happen for you because you're asking about love. If this was a general read, it would be, I would say, because it's wands, it's more career and project related. But wands meaning wands is a card. It's governed by yang energy, so it's about action as about forward action, as opposed to it's proactive instead of like something is being received. This is you're taking action that could achieve success. It's a very action oriented card. So
right now, I will say this. She did add another comment now, but I'll read it in a second. She's saying, no, I'm not out there. Well, Mystic, if you want someone to find you, you have to put yourself out there, right? They're not going to come knocking on your door, unfortunately. But she also wrote this.
Okay.
I just got another job. So that's interesting. I don't know if they will relate to one another, but because this was a love reading, I think both Kat and I are going to stick to what we mentioned.
Yeah. If you've got a job and your focus is on the job, I mean, what are you focusing on? What are you giving your attention to? Because whatever you give your attention to is what's going to get results. So if you're focusing on the job, maybe the love thing, maybe you're consciously saying, I'm not ready to meet someone right now. Maybe the fact that you got another job is just sort of an interesting side note. I guess it's hard to know without knowing what you're thinking about love and whether or not you want it, if you're just asking on a lark or if you're serious. This might require booking time with Steve and getting a little bit more of an in-depth. He can give you more of detail around specifically, is it a good idea to get into a relationship right now? Or should you focus on the job, or can you do both? It requires a little bit more than 2 cards, but interesting.
Yeah. I just want to say hello to Tina. Oh, I just mixed that in there. I want to say hello to Tina and Juan. I'm going to say it's Juan, Y-U-A-N. I'm bad at pronouncing names, so I'm sorry. Mystic is saying it's scary out there. Yeah, it is. We know. Trust me.
Yep.
Take it from 2 singles.
Singles, long-time veteran singles at that. Yes.
All right, so we've got Coco Bear, Scorpio female, over 30 general. And
I
then
know Coco Bear. I got you, Coco Bear.
And then the other half is, Coco Bean, Gemini male. Okay, so first we will do the female.
Coco Bear, Queen of Cups. General read?
Yep. Okay, so I've got the World. So this is a good card, because that means that something is coming to an end. You're closing out a chapter in your life and you want to start something new. It is a major arcana card, which means that this is going to happen. You don't really have a choice in the matter. So stay on the lookout for that. Kat, what did you pull?
feel like we've pulled this for her before. It's the Five of Wands. I feel like whatever's going on at work, do you feel as though you're sort of competing? Like, are you competing with a lot of people for something right now? Are you struggling to get ahead at work or with a project or something that you're working on? It feels like there's sort of a lot going on, either with a work team or maybe it's a non-work team. Maybe it could be friends, could be family. Feels like you're struggling. You're competing with a bunch of people right now for something. So,
Yeah.
whatever this ending is, this is general. So it's not work. It's not, let's just sort of in general.
I almost feel like the fighting or the quarreling or the sparring, it's coming to an end. Like you've said, you've had enough.
Mm-hmm.
So you're done. You're done.
Mm-hmm.
You're closing
Yeah.
that chapter. You're moving it on, which is
Mm-hmm.
good, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
So let us
Yeah.
know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're going to do the other half, the male
King of Swords.
in the duo. Okay, so far 100% is the comment we're
Okay.
getting.
Nice.
And the male is a career reading.
Career. Okay.
Okay. You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for the male in the duo, we've got the Page of Pentacles. This came up earlier in our reading, I believe in the August reading, if I'm not mistaken. The Page of Pentacles is really all about balance. It's about being grounded. It could be work related because it is Pentacle, and this is what you're looking for, right? So the Page is like an immature, it's like a teenager when it comes to timing and age in tarot. And usually they're all about suggestions and messages when it comes to career work, finances. But again, they're messages of immaturity, right? So they're not seasoned. So it's almost like you're at a new job and you're giving advice when you really shouldn't be because you don't know everything that's going on, right? So let's see what Kat pulls, and then we can aspect it together and see what the meaning is.
King is hiding from me.
And while she's looking for that, if there's anyone else out there that would like a reading, just put a comment, just put anything in the comment section.
So strange. What the heck is he? What if he's one? Oh, there he is. Almost at the end here. King of Swords. Okay, so we got, here's that reverse Queen of Pentacles again.
Ooh. I swear
Sorry.
this was just like a reading
Haley.
for Haley.
Haley, have you got somebody at work? Have you got a bitch at work too? Is there somebody at work? If you got an earth sign, somebody at work, it could be a manager. It could just be, could be an individual that is messing with, it was a work reading, right?
Yeah.
Could be, again, what is it with these earth sign women in the workplace right now? Or it could be, again, because it's a court card and it could have two meanings. It could be financial. It could be talking about your finances. And because you asked about work, maybe there's some financial, I don't know if you're coming up for a raise anytime soon, or there's some kind of financial aspect to the job that maybe you're due for a raise. Maybe it's time to talk finances. So it's one or the other. So you got to figure out, is there somebody at work that's a woman at work that's maybe giving you a bit of a hard time, throwing up obstacles, making things difficult for you? Or is it financial?
Yeah, I think that there is someone at his work that is being basically a pain in the ass.
Okay.
Um, and what I'm feeling is, I don't know if this is your boss, but I want to say it is because the queen is higher up on the chain.
Hmm.
And I feel like this might be you. So the Page of Pentacles. And you're probably someone who
Hmm.
brings new ideas to work. And um, I feel like this person might either shoot you down, maybe
Hmm.
belittle you in a way, but not, being a little bit condescending, and not so nice. So let us know if that makes sense. I mean, I see the 100% there. Um,
Interesting that we both pulled pentacles. It's definitely money related,
oh,
resource
it is
related.
work related, 100%. So, I would say again, for at least this week, kind of lay low and try
Hmm.
not to make a lot of waves. Let's put it
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah. Let us know. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Okay. I don't see. I'm just going to scroll through the comments in case I've missed someone. And I think that is it. All right. So we're gonna start wrapping it up. But yeah, if you really want a full reading and more detailed reading, give me a shout. We can set something up. My rates are actually pretty very reasonable.
Very reasonable. Yes.
Um, and I will say thank you for joining, and I'll see you again in roughly about a month.
Hmm.
And I'll turn it over to you, Kat.
Yeah. So we do this, like you said, we do this every month, usually around the end of the month for the following month, sort of depending on, it's a Sunday. So depending on when it falls. And yeah, it's just advice for the month ahead. Please spread the word. We're seeing new people every time, and we really love that. So if you stumbled upon us or you heard about us, we're so glad that you joined. We hope to see you again. And Steve, Steve is the tarot reader here. This is Steve's live. I'm just kind of along for the ride. I'm a tarot enthusiast, and I've been reading tarot probably about 30 years now. 30 years. I'm aging myself, but yeah, we love it. It's great. It's a great exercise for your intuition. A lot of people I know on the lives are also reading, and they come here for inspiration, and we love that. So keep on coming back. Thanks again for joining, and we hope to see you next month. Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
everyone.